Hey, hey, hey! What is up? We are back again, I believe. Now, I need to double check something because I don't 100% know. The audio's been funky for the past few streams, and I don't know what's been happening. So for this, and also sorry if my voice sounds a little bit weird. I have my nose is kind of stuffed up. Let's see here. It sounds fine to me. It's so weird. I don't know what's been happening because my stream usually sounds fine, but then like half the time I'm in these streams and I'm halfway through and it's like I don't know what happens. It's just like terrible. Or in my opinion, it just starts sounding terrible. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I am just having a super chill stream right now. I don't really have too much planned, but I do plan on doing a couple really interesting things this stream. So if you guys want to just like hang with me in the Discord, like totally feel free. Also, let me pull this back up. What looks better to you guys? I don't know if when I back up, is this gonna work? Should I mute the microphone on my headset when I'm standing back like this? I don't know. But let me see. I'm thinking about closing this blind here just because I don't know if it makes for a distracting background or it just makes it more boring. I don't know. I feel like it's just more boring. You can't really hear me. When I step away, I should probably just turn my headset mic off. I feel like that makes more sense. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of washed out. You can't really see the outside that well. So there's that. I forgot to join the Discord. Let me pop into the Discord here. So now, okay, if you guys click the link in the description, you should be able to chat. Join me in the chat and pop into the Discord. Let's see. So like I said, I didn't have too much planned for the stream. I'm probably either going to let me turn the audio down again. I'm probably just gonna do like react to the videos that I have in my playlist because I have tons of videos that I need to react to still. Or I will stream Minecraft. I'll see. I'll have to see. I need to throw it up in the Discord and see how many people I can corral. Let's see. Let's throw it up in the Discord here. Minecraft if are up for it. I don't know. I don't really feel like just playing Minecraft by myself. If I'm gonna play, I want to play with other people. Personally. Let me see. Let me pull up the things that I wanted to take a look at during my stream here, because there's a couple things. Definitely a couple things that I could well, not that I could. A couple things that I should go over. Let me see here. Give me 1 second. But this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna be reacting to my first hater on stream. Let's see. And I don't know why I didn't assume that something like this would happen. But yeah, for whatever reason, I didn't. Okay, so if you guys pay attention to my YouTube at all, you've probably seen this clip. This is a clip that I posted. How long ago? I think it just says, right? Well, December 20th. So, like, 2 days ago I posted this. And I wasn't expecting... Oh, hey, Mom. So I wasn't really expecting it to get 1,700 views. And it's also difficult to know because, like, I checked the analytics, and a lot of it came from... a lot of the views came from shorts. And shorts to me is like, well, I don't even know if it popped off because it was good or just because YouTube suggested it to people. Because, you know, I only have 61 likes. Another weird thing is that, like, a lot of the traffic is coming from Reddit, which is weird. But anyways, I wanted to play this clip just for context so that you can see what I'm going to react to next.
Yellow sheep, and if you kill my yellow sheep, I will flip tables like Jesus did.
I mean, hey, Jesus flipped tables, and look what happened. He died.
What? He saved all mankind.
Okay, we got a heresy going
Now-
on there.
Okay, so now the funny thing about this is, this is not. Let me turn the back on. But the funny thing about this is, you know, this is entirely out of context. There's more stuff that I said. I guess I could go into the stream and see if I can find the place where I was at, where I said that, but I don't even know. I don't even know where that's at. I think it's around like here somewhere maybe. Because I was going through my streams trying to clip stuff. Actually, I think it's around here somewhere. Because I kind of remember what was happening. Because it was only like a day or two ago.
Place to
Like,
start.
okay, this is what happened on the server. Because sometimes, like, if stuff had happened on the server, I think it's after on the Discord, while I was gone, I start off and I'm like, oh yeah, so like this is like, is this it? I don't know. I don't know, man. I timestamped it in a document that I have somewhere. So, whatever. Who cares? But we have this. Oh, I don't know what happened. There is another comment here that I responded to. And that's why it says 2 comments here. I don't know what happened. Somebody got butthurt about the comment. But if it's gone now, I'm not gonna respond to it. It's down bad. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Down bad for who? Unless you're singing. For me, which case, I get it. Dumb. Yeah, well, I was gonna reply to the hater, but I guess the hater's gone. Maybe like I don't know. My response shamed him into silence. But we have another interesting thing here. So if you guys remember this stream where I responded to this video, which I don't know. You guys probably remember this video. So my comments here, and I guess I could just like read through what was said here. I said, really interesting. I just did a reaction video to this on my streaming channel, but to boil it down to my basic reactions. Firstly, why are there so many dislikes on this video? Because of your a lot of comments toward the end. They weren't even about the main point, which you know, agreed. The majority of the video was good. It was just he really went downhill at the end. I slightly disagree with some of your assertions here. I don't think that singing worship songs by heretics invites those teachers onto campus, nor does it signal to students that the university supports those churches writ large, even though it does mean we financially support them, albeit insignificantly. As I said on my stream, if anyone comes away from listening to a significant amount of teaching from both Cedarville University and a place like Bethel, with the conclusion that they preach the same gospel, there are discernment issues at play. I also would like to know, how prescriptive do you find 2 John to be? Would you say that Christians cannot invite unbelievers in their homes? Could this limit our ability to carry out the Great Commission? Other than those disagreements I have as far as the main body of your video goes, well done, surprisingly well-reasoned, thought-out video. It doesn't deserve all the dislikes, in my opinion. Which, thank goodness for him that YouTube removed the dislike number. But anyway, Mason A. Kimball releases the video. YouTube hides dislikes. Coincidence? I think not. No. Let's see. As far as the latter portion, I do wish you had delved a bit deeper into your concerns with things such as Party in the USA, All the Single Ladies, Live at 10, Family Feud, and Apple Jokes. I admit I was initially familiar with the lyrics from Party in the USA or All the Single Ladies, to be honest. As I read the lyrics on stream, I agree that All the Single Ladies probably is too inappropriate of a song to play during chapel. However, I would like to hear what you find in Party in the USA to promote sexual immorality, why Live at 10's utilization of the Family Feud format was bad, despite them changing the name, questions, and answers, and why you felt that the Apple jokes were so morally objectionable. And Mason A. Kimball responded with this. Thank you for your comments. I believe the negative reaction to this video is largely due to the comments regarding Live at 10. It seems most people were entertained by Live at 10 and did not appreciate the remarks that implied that they were enjoying something sinful. In terms of your comments regarding false teaching, I agree that following Bethel and believing that they preach the same gospel would certainly be a discernment issue. Sadly, we cannot trust people that have good discernment. So I think we should still avoid these songs that could lead believers, especially new ones, to stumble. As for your questions about 2 John, I believe it is 100% prescriptive. This means that anyone who claims to be a believer but still lives in immorality should be shunned after living unrepentantly. Passages supporting this. Actually, hold on. I should pull up these passages actually, because I am not the most familiar with them. Here, let me see here. Yeah, let me pull these up here. So we have dang it. Lost the comment there. Where'd it go? All right. So first, what do we have? We have First Corinthians 5, 9 through 11. Using the NKJV because that is the best translation of the Bible. In 1 John 10 through 11. Let's see what these passages here have to say. All right. I wrote to you in my epistle not to keep company with sexually immoral people. Yet I did not mean with the sexually immoral people of this world, or with the covetous, or extortioners, or idolaters, since then you would need to go out of the world. But now I have written to you not to keep company with anyone named a brother who is sexually immoral, or covetous, or an idolater, or reviler, or a drunkard, or an extortioner, not even to eat with such a person. So I don't entirely remember what this has to do. Shoot. I wish that I could remember exactly what this has to do with the controversy. I'm not going to go back and watch this video all the way through. But this passage here is talking about sexual immorality, and yeah, he says lives in immorality. Well, let's see what the other passage says. If it talks about more than sexual immorality here. So okay, it says here, If anyone comes to you and does not bring this doctrine, do not receive him into your house nor greet him, for he who greets him shares his evil deeds. Let's see. Let's see. So the whole section here says, "For many deceivers have gone out into the world, who do not confess Jesus Christ as coming in the flesh. This is a deceiver and antichrist. Look to yourselves that we do not lose those things which we worked for, but that we may receive a full reward. Whoever transgresses and does not abide in the doctrine of Christ does not have God. He who abides in the doctrine of Christ is both the Father and the Son. If anyone comes to you and does not bring this doctrine, do not receive him into your house nor greet him. For he who greets him shares in his evil deeds." So, now again, Mason A. Kimball here says this does not apply to people who present themselves as believers, as unbelievers, but does apply to people like Mormons or Jehovah's Witnesses. Now, one thing that's tough to me is this is a letter that I believe John is writing here to, I forget who it is. What's interesting, I wonder how prescriptive it is. I think when I was watching this, and again, I'm just now realizing that he's using 2 John to corroborate 2 John. It's kind of a strange choice there. But let me see. How prescriptive is 2 John? Because, sometimes, let's see. No. None of this talks about 2 John, unfortunately, because again, for context, prescriptive versus prescriptive versus descriptive means a passage. If something is prescriptive in the Bible, that means that this is like a text that Christians are to take and apply in their lives, and descriptive passages instead just portray what happened historically. Sometimes, there's descriptive stuff that you can still learn from. I think that's why it's still in the Bible. So, just because something is descriptive doesn't mean that you just cast it aside, but it does mean that, Christians aren't necessarily called to follow to the letter. And one thing that's difficult for me to tell here is, is this prescriptive or is this descriptive? Because there could be it could be possible that there's a scenario in which there are people with bad discernment. People keep on accepting all these people who are heretics into their homes and assimilating their bad theology, and John is just tired of it, and he's like, "Yo, stop! Don't even entertain these people." And again, I think that's actually a similar approach that Mason A. Kimball here is kind of giving here. But let's continue with what Mason A. Kimball says. This keeps the church pure and above reproach when the world looks at us. Let me see. Let's see here. This keeps the church pure and above reproach when the world looks at us. We cannot afford to have our reputations tarnished by cults. So to answer your question, Christians should welcome openly unbelieving people into their homes, but not people who claim to be Christian but believe a false gospel or live in sin. To address the Live at 10 concerns, I would not encourage anyone to look at the lyrics of all the single ladies. Of course not. As some of the ones that we did not play in chapel are highly inappropriate. I didn't even read all of the lyrics on stream. I don't think. Anyone who happened to know the other lyrics likely had them running through their head during and after the song. Additionally, it is inappropriate and improper to address just the single ladies. What? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Additionally, it's inappropriate and improper to address just single ladies. Why? What But why? I understand. It certainly is not edifying and it is sinful. Again, why? I don't understand. The issues with Party in the USA are numerous. Interesting. But I will narrow it down. The most grievous concern. One line says, moving my hips like, yeah. This is sexually inappropriate as it promotes an immoral type of dancing. Okay, we have John MacArthur in the house. Dancing is ultimately to praise God. Anything outside of that is sin, especially if it is drawing attention to yourself in the way that this song is promoting. I don't know. It's not the motives, I don't think, are... And again, I have to look at the lyrics again. I don't know if the lyrics say exactly what the motive... Like, if the motive is to draw attention to yourself. I don't... From what I remember, that's not the goal. The Family Feud imitation was completely unedifying. Got nothing out of it, nothing of spiritual significance from that production. Also, the Family Feud format made the RDs, who were supposed to be among the spiritual leaders that came to provide answers to questions about people sinning. That's literally what a lot of chapel already is. You know, because there's you know, chapels that are like about sin and about like how to combat sin. They also answer questions about people sinning. I understand. This made sins like breaking curfew into a joke. You know, it's easy to make jokes about breaking into curfew, and it's easy to make jokes about sins. So like, this was also the time when the Apple jokes are brought up. I think it's rather obvious that some things happen in Apple that are not pleasing to God. The fact that people even laughed about Apple in particular and not about many of the other locations mentioned should be a clue there's something unique about that location that would make it funny in the eyes of many of those in the audience. Talking about dating relationships should always be approached in a serious manner. Making jokes about lowers the meaning and the seriousness of a relationship of this sort. The specific jokes that were made also dramatically lower the standards for appropriate in those relationships. I believe I've answered all the questions, but if you would like clarification or have more questions, feel free to comment. Now, here's the question, though. Why am I reading this again? I read this already. I've read this before. I don't think I've read it on stream, though. But I read this before. Why? Well, I think it's believed. Now, I could be completely wrong. My recollection could be totally off. But to my recollection, I'm pretty sure that I'd responded to this comment. And I was waiting for a response back so I could see, because I was really looking for some clarity on some of the things that he said here, because there were a lot of things that he said that they're just like, what? I'm a little bit confused. But I forgot all that I'd said, and I guess the comment's gone, or I didn't hit reply or whatever, so I figured I would come back, reply again, and also put it up here so that at least, you know, there's like I guess a record of it existing. So at least I can go back to it and be like, what did I say? If it ends up vanishing mysteriously. And there's like a whole lot here to go through. You know, firstly, there's the line where he says, you know, I agree that following Bethel and believing that they preach the same gospel certainly be a discernment issue. Sadly, we could not trust people to have good discernment. Let's see. I'll just say so on on your point. On your point about not trusting Christians to have good discernment, would not be better to train Christians in what good discernment looks like, so that they can, you know, have discernment on their own. I guess that's not like the most eloquent way to put it. What good discernment looks like, so that let's see, so that it can be bolstered and they can have discernment on their own rather than having a large group of Christians relying on a select few Christian leaders for discernment. After all, not all Christians in all scenarios will be accompanied by people who can provide proper discernment. I don't know. Proper spiritual guidance and refraining from training Christians with poor discernment to have better discernment on their own does them a great disservice. So that's on that part. We also have the questions of 2 John. He says he believes that it is 100% prescriptive. Let's see. So let's see. As far as you believing 2 John to be 100% prescriptive, what causes you to view it as such? How then are those who are members of cults such as Mormonism to be drawn out of such a cult if those who follow the true gospel with a capital G, because shun them completely? I feel like that's a good question. Also, how then should we view Christ as he let's see, conversed with and spent time with people who did not preach the true gospel yet claimed to be believers, such as the Pharisees and Sadducees, as that directly violates this mandate that you claim is prescriptive, yet we know for a fact that since Christ is God, he never sinned. Feel like it's a fair question. And let's see. Now I feel like these are all things I hit on. I don't know, the comment is just gone now. So I just wanted to put it back here. Essentially, I think my thoughts are largely the same. Let's see. Yeah, so still like on the shunning parts, to address the level 10% concern, yada. Let's see. So as far as Party USA, this part's gonna be fun. Okay, let's see. So as far as Party in the USA is concerned, what is it about the line that, let's see, why do you say that the line which says moving my hips like yeah promotes an immoral type of dancing? What does it mean to move your hips like yeah? Is moving your hips like yeah sinful? If so, which scripture teaches this? um, let's see. Also, which scripture are you using as the basis for your claim that any dancing that does not directly glorify God is sinful? Very, very curious about that. I am also curious to know what other issues you found with the song, because from a cursory view of the lyrics, they appear to be largely harmless. I mean, it does. Like, I don't know. Part of the USA, I've never. I guess this is the first time I've ever heard anyone seriously say that the lyrics to Part D in the USA are you know, horrible or inappropriate. It's very, very interesting. You see, from your, let's see, as far as the Family Feud segment goes. Okay, so it says that he said that he got nothing positive spiritual significance from that production. I don't know. Because I don't think it was necessarily intended to have like something of like positive spiritual significance. Let's see. I mean, I'll admit that I didn't get much from the production spiritually either, as I was perceiving it to be a largely entertaining event rather than a spiritually enriching one. What indications were given that it was intended to be I don't know. I don't know. Like, it wasn't the sermon. Be taken otherwise. Really curious to know that it, like, was it supposed to be taken seriously? Because if it was supposed to be taken seriously, that is weird. Because, you know, there wasn't really much serious about it. And should not since RDs are, in your words, the spiritual leaders on campus, is it not their job to answer questions on people sinning? Especially considering the fact that, considering the fact that much of the standard chapel time is devoted to people to speakers answering questions about sin and outlining how to fight it. Again, another thing to consider here is that this was an entertaining event rather than a sermon or teaching event, as most chapels are. Now, the Apple joke is funny. So let's see. On your comments about Apple, what is it that occurs in Apple that you find to not be pleasing to God? Now, I do think that he probably has something here, but you know, vagaries do no one any good. So I think it would be helpful for him to kind of outline exactly what he was saying and where he was going with this. What is it that you find not pleasing to God? Are these things that do not occur anywhere else? Another good question. Does the fact that people laughed at Apple mean that those things only happen in that building, or only that Apple has a certain reputation? A reputation does not always report complete fact, and indeed often echoes fiction instead of fact. Yeah, that was interesting. And let's see. Lastly, on your comments about making jokes, why should no one make jokes about leading in relationships? I do not see a scriptural mandate supporting this position, and I doubt that making jokes necessarily means that people completely ignore the gravity of the subject of the joke. Sometimes jokes make for wonderful icebreakers to lead into more serious discussions of said topic, especially when the topic is difficult and awkward to bring up without provocation. Essentially meaning, like, you know, it'd be weird for like some rando to just like walk up to somebody and just make a weird, like, just like a random unprovoked joke. Or it would be weird for someone to go up to somebody and just say something completely random to seriously talk about dating and relationships, for example, even though I do that on my stream all the time. Versus if somebody's like coming up and like telling you a joke that's about dating and relationships, you know, that's not entirely, that's not like more, that's more socially acceptable because it's a joke. People say jokes all the time. It's like it's a people thing that people with social skills do. let's see, without provocations. I had thought that I had left a comment before, but apparently I did not, or it did not save. In any case, I look forward to hearing back from you. Christ. Amar. Not any V2. Peyton. Boom. Signing off. There. So now we know that at least the comment exists. Very there that I mainly streamed that just to like kind of prove that I actually wrote something this time, because last time I couldn't remember whether or not I actually wrote something, and so now this is kind of going to be like proof and evidence that I have. Now let's see. I think I actually do have to dip out because I have something in about like 15 minutes, and I don't really have time to watch another clip or you know, do anything else of that nature. So sorry that, you know, I spent the whole time 40 minutes going over something that you guys probably, you know, didn't really care too much about. This is mostly for my benefit, and I kind of wanted to touch on the fact that, you know, I can't remember if I left a comment, but I thought I did. But I just wanted to hear back. Oh, that's what it is. My TTS was muted. Joe said hello. Hello, Joe. That's the problem. I'm upset that was the issue. So, if you guys, you know, have been watching my streams as of late, people have been leaving live comments in here, and I haven't been responding because I haven't heard the TTS. I now rely on the TTS to hear, you know, what it is that people are saying. So I'm not always going back and checking the chat logs. But it turns out I muted the tab because it was so annoying. I'd be trying to play Minecraft with people, and like, I'm trying to talk with the people in Minecraft, and I keep on hearing the people in the TTS. So I keep on responding to the people in the TTS, but also having to respond to the chat people as well. It was all a big mess. I'm having like 3 or 4 conversations at once, while at least two people from those conversations are talking audibly at the same time. It's so weird. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I don't really have anything else that I could talk about in a considerably short amount of time, except my hair. I got a haircut recently. You can't really tell because my camera kind of sucks, but you know, the shape up is good. The shape up is good. Trying to take care of it. I usually try and take care of my hair at least for a few days after I get the haircut. So in any case, I have to leave. But yeah, thanks guys for tuning in. I will see you guys around. Let me know what you guys want to see content of next, because I mean, I plan on streaming tonight. I don't know if you guys would rather see me, like, you know, react to political stuff, react to memes, react to politics, react to news, play Minecraft. I love playing Minecraft, but, you know, because people have not been as active on the server, I'm kind of trying to chill with that a little bit until I can play with other people. But yeah, let's let this song right out, and then we'll end the stream. Six figures for the whip, tell my body you ain't gonna tell me the top of the list, tell my body I'm the dog shit it ticks, I'm the god, this ain't no mother. This clean version's kind of janky, not gonna lie. Also, one of my upcoming streams, you know, I really want to get a new camera. I'm bad at controlling the volume, but I kind of want a new camera. I don't know if to get an extension, like an external one or not, but anyways. That's so janky. I need to find a different version of that for my streams. But anyways, thanks guys for tuning in. I will see you guys around on the next stream, which is probably tonight. I'll put it out in the Discord this time. So yeah.
Hands in my pants, so I dance like I'm crazy. Right, hit the left, now go crazy. Won't hop too hard, make it wavy. Jesus, my Lord, yeah, he saved me. Slide it, bust down, riot. Four mans together, I pray when I'm quiet. Two beats to my enemies, you know they stay silent. Throw it,